Welcome, gang, welcome. How are we? I was just talking to myself because I didn't realise my microphone was muted, but welcome to this Sunday night speed run. I was just saying the runs haven't been going too well lately, haven't been very consistent, and therefore the times have not been fantastic. But I streamed yesterday, so we might be a bit more practiced than usual. We have got 4 days until my third child arrives. So, ideal world, we'll get this run done before then. I don't think my partner would enjoy it too much if this run bled into the birth. I don't even have a Steam Deck that I could take to hospital with me to continue my quest. Streaming from the hospital, from the labour ward. Trying to get that PB before I get that baby. How is everybody doing on this Sunday evening? Got the blues, got the Sunday night blues. I don't want to rub it in, but I actually really like my job, so... obviously this is not my job, my actual job. So I actually quite look forward to Monday mornings. Crazy concept. Ooh. We've got the bow cancel gang. Gaming. By the way, if there is anything wrong with the audio or the visual on the stream, please let me know in the chat.
And I can also that you're not then why not? I am Carlin.
Bought something by accident then. I don't even know what it was. Yeah, I mean, I started the stream by talking with a muted microphone, so there's every chance I'll make another mistake, and if you don't tell me, I won't know. I have got a little visual issue with, annoyingly, my chat widget isn't pulling through onto the stream. So normally chat messages would display on the actual stream itself, because I stream multi-platform. So if someone was chatting on YouTube, then the people would be able to see it on the Twitch. But we'll just have to roll with it. Especially seeing as very rarely does anyone actually watch these streams anyway.
They serve it you. I can play turning root to aid you.
Some people do watch the VODs though, and I often think if I'm responding to messages on a VOD, people can't see, but it won't make any sense. Hello. Well, that came through. How are you, Hood Trap 21? You good? How's your Sunday evening going? Oh, sick. First playthrough. Are you enjoying it? I mean, I'm biased, but I think it's an absolute masterpiece. Fuck. Apart from these fucking rats. How did you find Fire Giant? Nice. Yeah, I think on my first playthrough I found Fire Giant an absolute slog, to be honest. He's too tanky. I think he's too tanky. Yeah, man. I'm normally like a Dex player, so I like the kind of light dodges, and you don't get that with Fire Giant. Yeah. Where you from, bro? Oh, sick. Whereabouts? I've never had any English person ever in my stream before, so I do know Windsor. Yeah, I've been there. I've obviously been on a few day trips to Windsor. I'm in London, so yeah. Castle and that. Oh shit. Oh my god. Right, this is not going particularly well here. Okay. Right, we're starting again. Hood Trap. Sorry, that was a practice. We're only 5 minutes in. Is that where you are? Are you from Windsor then? Do you know what? I can't even remember the last time I went to Windsor. It must have been a long time ago. I'm sure it's a stereotype, but I imagine that everybody from Windsor is posh. What, as in you'd put Elden Ring behind Cyberpunk? Oh, thank you for the follow, bro. Do you know what? I made that sting for the follow with Ainsley Harriott, and I was like, nobody's ever going to understand this reference because no one English is ever in my stream. I've never played Cyberpunk, you know. Basically, when it came out, I remember obviously it was a mess, wasn't it? And it got loads of negative reviews. Yeah, I heard about it. It's like once the kind of hype train had died off because it was such a mess, I kind of moved on. And then I know everyone was saying that they fixed it up and it was in a much better shape, but I don't know, I never went back to it. What platform do you play on? Are you PC? Because obviously I heard that you need to have a pretty high spec PC to run it, or at least to run it well. I'm a bit of a PC, like a PC building geek, and I watch loads of the YouTube videos on like PC builds, and they always use Cyberpunk as their like one of their testing games because it's so difficult to run. Have you played any of the other From Software games or just Elden Ring?
But I can also that you're not then why I am caught.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, I suppose it just depends on the settings, innit? I'm kind of like to be honest, I've got 3 kids. Well, I've got 2 kids basically, and I've got a 3rd kid on the way. It's coming in like 4 days, and so yeah, I'm really uneventful. I just play through the From Software games like over and over and over again. Thank you, bro. Yeah, man, I'm like literally 4 days. So we'll see what happens then. But yeah, I started playing like the From Software games in like 2020, I think. I wasn't really a gamer, and I bought a PS4 in lockdown because I was like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna need something to do. And I played Elden Ring. Sorry, I played Bloodborne. And I got so into the From Software games that now I don't really have that much time to game. I don't really have that much time to game, so I literally just like play From Software games over and over again. Yeah, my eldest son's 5. I've got 2 sons, 5 and 2, and I cannot wait for when I'm old enough for them to play with me. I try to like, he's just not quite old enough, and you know, I've tried to get him into like Mario and Game Boy games and that stuff, but it's just on the edge at the minute. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really a gamer when I was a kid. Like, fucking hell, these rats, man. Yeah, I wasn't really a gamer, but I was really into sports games, so I would just play like FIFAs and all that stuff. So I don't really remember when I kind of figured out like properly getting into games, like because I didn't play a game that needed much like intelligence. I remember playing Pokemon Red or Pokemon Red and Blue, like the original ones on the Game Boy. I think those were kind of my first proper games. But then I would have been probably like 8 or 9, something like that. My missus always shouts at me as well because I always watch Elden Ring videos like on YouTube, and sometimes like when I'm trying to put the kids to bed, I'll be watching Elden Ring videos, and she's like, you can't watch that in front of the kids, man. It's just swords and blood everywhere. Yeah, I mean, she's right. This skip's not happening today. Yeah. Oh my god, man! This is stressing me out. It's supposed to be a speed run. Okay. So have you been playing have you been exploring a lot, or are you just literally like doing the main path? Well, talk to me about guides as well. Have you been following guide, or have you just been like freeballing it? No guides, nice. That's the one thing I'd say about not even Elden Ring, but any of the From Software games is like,
It seems torrent, whereas I
don't know how some of the things. I don't know how people figure them out without following a guide. And I kind of don't. What I tend to do is I'll play the first playthrough, no guide, miss basically 70% of the game, and then I'll look up a guide. Yeah, exactly. That's what you just said, isn't it? Yeah. New Game Plus. So you're enjoying it enough to do it again, then? That's good. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I think this is the thing. Like, that's why speedrunning, I think... I'm not a massive speedrunner, to be honest, but I think that's why speedrunning works really well in the Souls games, because they're the kind of games that if you know exactly how to optimize it, where the weapons are, what stats to have, what talismans or whatever, it's not that difficult. But obviously, you're never going to figure that out on your first playthrough, and that's where the difficulty comes from. So it's kind of like... It's like ridiculous when you watch a speedrun, because it's like a game that took you 100 hours to beat. People are smashing it out in like an hour. Have you seen any DLC spoilers? Also, have you seen any Elden Ring spoilers? Because if you stick around on this stream, you're going to see past Fire Giant. Oh, you've seen it, yeah. I mean, the DLC was unbelievable, man. I actually miss it because I've been running this speedrun for so long. I've not been back into the DLC since I did it the first time, basically. Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's what is it now? Like 6 years old? Nah. How old is this game? 5 years? Something like that. Four years. Yeah, you can't. I guess if after 4 years you're going to see stuff, aren't you? Yeah, I've only actually played through the DLC twice. And then I just went straight into doing the speedrun, and I've been trying to get the speedrun for over a year. It's long for man. Yeah, Saw Seal now. I mean, yeah. You need the Saw Seal for... have you seen any Elden Ring speedruns? Because this is like the fairly standard route. And you need the Saw Seal to wield the weapon that I'm going to use, basically. Get out of my way. The what? Leave thing. I don't know these. Is it like, are you... This one's a glitchless one. Are you talking about ones with glitches or what? Oh, yeah. I think I know what you mean. Because I know there's like... I don't know what it is about glitches, but I kind of feel like it's just not as impressive because it's not like... You're not doing the game as it's intended, but... Some of the glitches, I mean, the actual world record for like completely unrestricted is like 3 minutes, I think. Nah, not all bosses, but I'll kill like all, like mandatory bosses basically. It's just the quickest route to the end. So I think it's only like, there it is. I think it's 14 bosses. Something like that. So I mean, obviously way less than there are.
Welcome. Please. I'm
Shit.
how nice.
Oh shit. What the fuck is happening here? Yeah, there's 160 in the base game, and then I think like 204... Well, 165 in the base game. But this run, so basically I kill 2 bosses for their weapons. And then everything after that is just mandatory bosses. But this is not, so far this run is not going well. Nah, fuck the Morgott fight, man. So with this run, Morgott's basically the run ender. I call him the run ender because basically, like, 50% of the runs end at Morgott. Yeah, so the fights, so that basically in this run, there's certain fights that you get 1 attempt at because it's like a scripted opening. And Morgott is one of them, so you get basically 1 try. You can do it again, but obviously dying you're going to lose a lot of time anyway. But it's also the hardest fight to have to do again. So Morgott just kills. Like, Morgott killed my run yesterday, to be honest. Fire Giant is also a fucking nightmare. Yeah, there's also, like, so basically you have critical material. So you need blood grease, for example. So that's why I've been collecting root resin. And some of the fights are basically scripted. And effectively, if you use a grease and then you die, and then you don't have that grease again for the next attempt, it's basically run over. So for example, like, you need to use blood grease for Morgott, Fire Giant, Radahn. And then you usually get about 5 blood greases in a run. So that's 3 are mandatory. So if you die like twice to them and you run out of grease, then basically the run's dead. I mean, obviously the run's dead if you're dying multiple times anyway, but yeah, this run, you don't have to kill Radahn. But this run kills Radahn. Yeah, so this run, the great runes I get are Radahn and Godric. But obviously there's different strats. Like the reason I don't go to Renala is because, or Renala, whichever one it's, whatever it is 1 because it's a whole legacy dungeon, and 2 you have to go through the Red Wolf, so it's an extra boss. Whereas Radahn, they just unlock the next portion of the game. So basically you need 2 great runes to unlock the capital, Leyendell. So if you go to, you'll see when because I go to Leyendell early to kill the boss. And there'll be a golden fog gate. And once you get 2 great runes, that golden fog gate disappears, basically. I'll tell you when I get there. I'll show you. Nah, you just need any 2. Any 2 shard bearers, they're called, but yeah, any 2. See, that's interesting. I've got 7 blood grease this run. Yeah, Godric is 1. Yes, the 2 that I get are Radahn and Godric, basically. And then after that, it's literally just a straight run to the end. And the thing with this run as well, you'll see, like, this bit now, all of this bit is just like the setup. So I'm basically unlocking map presence, getting the weapons that I'm going to use. So the first 20 minutes... The first 20 minutes is just... yeah, getting the weapons. So what I do is I go all the way to Leyendale and I cheese the Draconic Tree Sentinel, who is the guardian of the capital. I cheese him with this weapon. And then I go, and then basically from then it's just a boss rush to the end. Yeah, Godric, the thing about the speedrun, right, is the bosses that I found easy in like a casual playthrough, some of those you find the hardest in this speedrun, because obviously you're very underleveled, and you never ever really level vigor. Well, I think you put a few points into it towards the end, so you're basically always one-shot. So for example, Radahn, obviously in my casual playthrough, Radahn was a piece of piss because I just summoned everybody and then kind of just dipped in whenever I could. And I probably had a lot more levels than I do on this run. Like Morgott, I barely remember Morgott in my casual playthrough. I think I just beat him first time without too much stress. But on this run, fucking hell. I actually can't remember which bosses. I mean, there's the obvious boss, the boss you will have heard of, but I won't say it just in case. But there's the obvious, like, optional boss. That was the hardest boss in the base game for me by miles, but it's not mandatory. Yeah, exactly. What weapon are you rocking? This is so sloppy, this run, man. Like, look, how can I be 20 seconds down when I haven't really done anything yet? Yeah, I've got a video on my YouTube channel, actually. I went back and beat her level 1. Because I wanted to kind of be like, right, I'm going back, level 1. Yeah, that's, to be fair, I don't actually know that weapon, but I basically just used, like, the most OP, like, meme weapons the whole way through, to be honest. And even then I struggled. So who have you beaten, what bosses have you beaten, including Fire Giants? So you did obviously Renala, Radahn, Godric, Morgott, Margit. Have you done Rykard and all the Volcano Manor? Yeah, I did not like that fight. All the From Software games have like a sort of a gimmick fight in it. Godskin Duo, yeah, those guys are a bitch. The Godskin are another nightmare fight in this run. Yeah. I actually don't think you have to fight them. I don't think you have to fight them, but I might be wrong. To get around them, I'm pretty sure you have to do some mad like stuff in the underground stuff, and then you can kind of come out in Farum Azula in a different part, but I might even be wrong about that. There are obviously you're not looking up guides, so I don't really want to like spoil it for you, but there are ways to make that fight specifically much easier. Like, the way I fight them in this run, if I make it that far, because a lot of runs don't get that far. Fuck's sake, man, this run is just shit. Yeah, the way I fight them in this run is I use a technique that is very common on that fight to make it easier. Right, we're nearly there. We're nearly going to get some boss action in a minute. Boring bit's nearly over. Yeah, well, I mean, that is what I was talking about, so... Yeah, sleep is the way, man. Sleep is the way. Right, give me good RNG. Yes, good RNG. Come on. Right, this is the cheese for this one. So look, if you look up here now, straight ahead, there's a golden fog gate blocking that door. And when I come back after I get 2 great runes, I can get through there, basically. Mm, 30 seconds behind already, man. Right, let's go. So now there's a little bit of a boss rush now. It's a bit more fun. So now I'm going to get the weapon that I'm going to use on the run. Which is a bit of a meme weapon, but obviously you optimize. So now we're going to use this weapon, but so now we're going to kill another boss, Tree Sentinel, because we get its weapon to use as a buff for the rest of the run, basically. And then we just go.
Perhaps. Something.
I'm absolutely fucking this up so bad. Wow. I mean, all the menuing has been so shit. Okay. Okay. So now we've got the golden halberd off him, and we use that for golden vow to buff for the rest of the run. And that's it now. Now we're on to Radahn. The way we get to Radahn is pretty cool. You'll see that in a second. So normally you have to go through a real mess to get to Radahn, but we circumvent all of it. Like this. Yeah, we do Radahn first, then Godric. So that's called stake skip. So basically, you jump off that cliff in a specific way, you miss the kill plane, and it gives you the stake America down here next to Radahn. And for some reason, that's not counted as a glitch. Nah, it's not. It doesn't count as a glitch. So if you watch any glitchless run, in fact, it even says on the on Speedrun, like, this doesn't count as a glitch. I don't know why, but like, basically the community decided whether to count it or not, and decided not to. But I get what you're saying. It very much feels like a glitch. Trouble here. Yeah. Fuck! That's fucking shit, man. This run has been fucking shit from start to finish. Ugh. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, that's pissed me right off, because that was good RNG, but I just didn't click off the horse. Yeah, if you run away, he despawns. Look, he's disappeared. And then he, like, respawns back in. So, for example, basically a buff just makes you stronger. There's loads of different types. Weapon buffs, aura buffs, or body buffs. Give me again. Yes, right, this time. See how my body's like glowing orange or yellow? It's because I've got a buff on. So you'll see, like, before a lot of my fights, I use the golden halberd and it, like, shines in the air. It basically gives you, buffs will give you, like, 10% more damage, or...
What are you doing? Great. I see it now. Was my whole existence.
So technically, like, blood grease is a buff. Just buffs your weapon, basically. But you can stack them as well. So basically, I think there's 3 types of buffs. There's body buff, weapon buff, and aura buff, I think is what it is. And all 3 of those will stack, so you could put 3 different buffs on at once. This run is almost not worth carrying on with. I'm so far behind, but...
Warrior blood must truly run in my veins. I shall remember thee, tarnished, smouldering with thy meager flame. Cower in fear.
So, for example, on the golden halberd, which is what I got from the normal tree sentinel,
You there?
its weapon art is a buff, basically.
The guard you breached.
to be honest, it's quite a forgettable fight in the actual DLC. But it does look pretty sick. This bit is always so stressful, man. Now, the best fight in the DLC by far is the final boss. I did him at level 1 as well, and it took me, I think, 250 attempts. Because I filmed all of them to try and get footage for a video. This was before I streamed. So I know there was like 250, because that's how many times, that's how many... please. Pretty bad RNG there. A little time save. I mean, I've obviously got a love-hate relationship with that fight, because I was doing that for months. Welcome to the stream, Root Vegetable. Thank you for asking the important questions. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say I would like his gravity dick right in there. Considering I've been doing this run for like nearly 18 months, I would like his gravity root vegetable to knock 5 minutes off. Look at that. Casual gaming right there. This is... Thank you for offering your insight, because these are the 1% that I've not been doing. This is going to give him the edge. Oh, no pun intended. Give him the edge. Wheel. Because edging, yeah. That's the joke. Come on, guys. I absolutely hate the gold-free fight, man. Yeah, there is a skip that you can go... Actually, no, I think you have to fight this golden guy. I fucking hate him, man. He's one of those bosses where he's super easy, but his arena is just like bullshit. And I died to him yesterday, in my run yesterday. It's quite common that I'll die to him. And he's fucking shit as well. It's really annoying kind of scripted technique you've got to use. Nope, 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 nope. Oh. Nearly got done then. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, to be fair, there's a lot of arena bullshit in this game, full stop. But for this run, gold free is like, this is fucking bullshit. Basically, he's got 2 openers, and if he does the opener where he jumps in the air and throws his axe at you, you'll see it in a minute because he always fucking does it. He comes right to the front of the arena where the stairs are, and you just can't move. And there's a really specific strat, so basically I have to count the attacks that I do on this fight. And basically building up his stagger meter is really important. But if you're stuck in a corner, you can't hit him. You can't build up the stagger the way that you need to. I mean, it's very technical. It's a very technical game, this. But you'll see what I mean in a sec. Where you from, Root Veggie? Right, watch this. He's going to jump up in the air and launch his axe at me. Yep. Now he's down here. And I hate it down here. Right. 1. 2, 3, 4. Fairly good scripted fight, to be honest, lads. That'll save me a bit of time, I reckon. Look at that! I'm back in gold. I'm back ahead. I saved a minute. Let's go. I think Veggie's left the building. There wasn't enough sexual innuendo for him. Right, here we are. This is Morgott. So this could very well be the big end of the run. Just to pre-warn you. Morgott has got, I think he's got like 6 or 7 openings. 6 or 7 openers that he can do. There's 2 that are fairly good RNG, fairly high probability that I can win. And then there's 4 that is probably 50-50. Let's go find out. And then after Morgott, if you get past him, there's a big long run, and then it's Fire Giant, which is the next more difficult one. It gets very hard from here, basically. There's one opening that is almost free, so let's hope for that one. Not this one. That'll do. Go. We're on. The run is on. Let's go. I mean, it gets very, very hard from here, but Fire Giant is also very difficult. Yeah, there's a long running section coming up as well, so gives you time to get nervous, you know.
Allow me, you are unprevented. The thorns are husk the only way and become my purpose. So I'd like to the flame then and guide. Shall I let my share them with me? Your thoughts, your ambition.
I need a wee as well, so the next time I get a quit out, I'm going to have a wee, just FYI. Right, come on. Deep breaths. There's a lot still that can go wrong from here. Well, these skips are just beautiful. Oh, and the bow cancels, man. They're going to be flocking to watch this run. Right, I'm going for a wee. Give me 2 secs. We're back, we're back. Hello, hello. Right, let's go. Can't believe how much I saved on gold free. That means whatever my PB is must have been a shit gold free. Nope, too close, didn't like that. Basically, from this point in the run, anything can kill you. Should I clip that? What the fuck is that? Well, they've ripped the run. Fucking hellfire, man. Are you joking? I have done this run probably like 300 attempts, and that has never ever happened to me. That is a fucking piece of shit, man. Did I even get the... Did I get the... I got the flesh, didn't I? At least I can just run past. Fuck's sake, man. I can't believe that. We're not even going to see how far behind we are for ages, because the next split is like miles away. Risk it. This run, this PB run that we're on now that was a 109, this pace, the actual pace of the run is about a 105, and then I died loads to the final boss, so as long as we're there or thereabouts with this pace, we've still got definitely opportunity for a big PB. Why am I getting the stand-up animation, man? I thought if you didn't have any arrows in your inventory, that wasn't supposed to happen. Or on your... actually on. Equipped is the word I'm looking for. Trouble is as well, when I die, I really don't want it to be nighttime at this bit because there's a night's cav here. But I don't know, when you die it changes the day-night cycle, so I don't know. It looks like it's day to me, visibility wise. Yeah, it's definitely day. We're fine. We go over these rocks just in case. Okay. Okay, we're only 20 seconds. Didn't lose as much time as I thought then. I'll take that all day long. Can I fit through this little gap? Lovely. Bastard. Okay. The thing with Fire Giant is it's... So, you know I said like some of the fights are sort of scripted. Obviously what I mean by that is like that you want them to go exactly the same way every single time. You want to do the exact same attacks at the exact same time. And so on and so forth. And then you basically get the same result. Well, that's the idea anyway. Fire Giant is the most scripted in the sense that... No! Fucking hell. Fire Giant is the most scripted and it's the most technical. So the script is very difficult to pull off. But if you get it right, it works every time. But it is very difficult to pull off. It's so specific, and he does have different kind of there's a little bit of RNG involved. All of his opening moves, like it's possible to do the script, but some are just a bit easier than others in terms of like the position and the spacing. But you'll see what I mean when I get there. Basically, he's got a weak spot on one of his ankles. We'll see, mate. He's got this weak spot on one of his ankles, and it's really hard to hit it. But you have to hit it on basically every single shot. Yeah, exactly. But it's not like it's... I think it's janky. I genuinely think it's a bit of a game development jank. Because sometimes if you hit it in like slightly the wrong place, it doesn't count as the weak spot, and then the whole strategy doesn't work. Because with Fire Giant, you're balancing damage with stagger build-up, and you have to get them both like perfectly in sync so that he staggers at exactly the right time, otherwise you're going to have a nightmare. To be honest, I've done the fight so many times that even if the script doesn't work, I can still win, but it just takes so long, it just kills the run, because he's so tanky. Basically you need like weak points and staggers the hot to get through the fight quickly. If you get it all right though, it's really bloody impressive, because he goes in like less than a minute, 30 seconds, maybe not 30 seconds, but you basically don't have to deal with any of the phase 2 bullshit either, if you get it right. There's a little skip up here that I have to do first though, and this skip is a bit of a ball ache as well. Not going to risk that. No lie, I've been stuck on this skip before for over 2 minutes. Oh, fucker. Okay, okay, it's not too bad. We only lost 6 seconds. I can't lie, I'm getting a little bit nervous here. Got the old sweaty palms going on. Do you know what it is? It's because if you think about the way runs work, the later the boss, the less times you've done it, because far more runs die, obviously, before you get there. So the deeper you go in a run, the more uncharted territory you're faced with. And Fire Giant is... yeah, well, we'll see. So we're just going to level up to +8 because we're currently at +5, and then it's go time. Technically, we've got a few attempts because I've got 3 blood grease left, I think. But obviously, time-wise, we don't really want that to happen.
Well, then I presume.
What is happening? Some more time loss. It's an absolute ball ache. Don't need this, man. Yeah, Malekith, yeah. Yes, I do. Right, well, I just lost a shitload of time in that menu, because I obviously lost my runes when I died. And I didn't go and get them like a fucking idiot. Anyway, here we are. Right, let's go. Jump. Okay. This is not how it's supposed to go, by the way. But at least I got him. Right, I don't know if sorry, I didn't see that in time to say a proper goodbye, but thanks for checking in, man. I appreciate it. Oh. Well, hello. Okay, sweet. Thanks for checking in, man. I hope I see you again. It was good to chat. See you, bro.
This world and death are you to commit? Don't let my hand.
Now, I always don't know whether to go to 51 strength or 50 strength there. Basically, on the Godskin fight, if at 51 and you get a headshot with the arrow, very technical, then the script doesn't work. But at 50, you can't get a one cycle. So it's a trade-off between definitely not getting the one cycle, but at least you have a good chance of getting the fight, versus getting the one cycle but potentially losing the fight altogether. Bloody hell, these bow cancels are not clean, are they? God, it's been a long time since I made it this far. Shit, I didn't realise how much time I've lost. I must have got a sick fire giant on the PB. I'm 100% taking the safety grace up here, by the way. because every time I don't take it, I could die to one of these little fuckers in a sec. Spooning me right out. They were pretty clean. They were pretty clean, gang. Oh god, run out of stam. At least I know I've got enough runes here. That's not the right one. God, I barely even remember this fight now. Wish me luck. I run out of arrows? Oh my god, what a way for the fucking run to die, man. That is actually bullshit. Oh man. I don't think this is worth it, gang. I think it's a whole nother minute time lost here. Long for man. Right, if this one doesn't go, then the run's dead, so then I'll have to say goodbye. I need my runes as well. Am I going to be able to get them? Where are they going to be? There they are. That's fine. seems to have worked out. Let's see. Three minutes 33, man. Jesus Christ. Feel like I just keep going with no safety graces, and then if I die again, it's the run. Oh, got both of those though. Lovely stuff. Lovely jubbly. This is a bit mad not to get a safety grace here, but I don't see any other way of even getting a PB at this point, so... let's do it. YOLO, as the kids say. I'm hoping the muscle memory kicks in here. Because I can barely remember this fight. Run at me.
Death. I will not stone.
Yeah. Yeah. End of run. It's because I'm fat. Why am I fat? It's because of this fucking thing, isn't it? Yeah. And it weighs 0.8. Fucking hell, man. So it's a trade-off between wearing the gloves and wearing that. Right, anyway, gang. Gonna call it there because I haven't got time to start again. Bedtime for me. I'll raid you lot into another stream as long as you don't mind, because I always think that's a nice thing to do, but I appreciate you watching as always. I promise I will get this run, and you need to keep watching me so that you can be there when it happens. Because what will happen is, after a year and a half of trying, I'll get the run, and there'll be nobody watching. Basically, I'm just saying, you know, subscribe and keep watching. Right, I'm raiding you lot now. Thanks again. Hopefully catch you later. As soon as the raid's off, I'm out. So, peace out.
The casual with the raid. How are you, big boy? Lovely to see you. Hope you're well. Dylan. Hope you're well. Hope you're well indeed. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate you, big boy. Appreciate you. How are you, stable? Were you playing? Were you playing the same fucking thing? Were you playing the same thing? Probably getting less bummed than me, that's for sure. Thank you very much for the raid. Appreciate you. Come on in. If you want to raid and run, that's absolutely understandable. Absolutely understandable. You don't need to explain yourself. Oh, yeah. Don't need to explain yourself. Just get gone. But thank you very much for jumping in. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Appreciate it indeed. I'm sure you're having a much better time than we are. I'm getting my ass kicked. And guess what?